use the intensity of colors to depict the number of counts that we have for the dimensions that we used in our data set. So for that we are using empty cars and grouping it by cylinders and gears. So we are taking 2 dimensions here and we'll be summarizing to get a common count for each of the cars for cylinder and gear. Let's execute it. So this is the variable A that we will be using for building a heat map, wherein what we got is 1 car of 4 cylinder and 3 gears, 8 cars of 4 cylinder, 4 gears. So similarly, all the data has been taken out. Now what will happen is how the heat map will be made. It will be depending upon the count. So let's create a ggplot for it. For that, first I'm taking is the first layer, ggplot layer, giving the data frame, then the aesthetics. Within the aesthetics, what we are taking is x-axis, y-axis. So x-axis is cylinder, y-axis is gear. I have converted them to factors in order to get a categorical value, otherwise it will be a continuous values. Then I am filling it with n. N is the number of count. So wherein the intensity of color depend upon the number that is present in n. Then the geometile is the geometry of this graph. So for bar we used geom bar, for scatter plot we used geom point. So for heat map we are using geometile. Let's execute it. So you see there is a graph, heat map, and legends are here. So how do we understand this graph? And the x-axis is cylinder, so there is 4 cylinder car, 6 cylinder and cylinder. Then there is 3 gear, 4 gear and 5 gear. The dark colors are of 3, the number is of 3. So it has been distributed in such a way that the light color is of more cars and dark colored is of less. If you want to give numbers to this map, what we can do is we can add a layer that is geom text. It will help you to label the points inside the graph. So for this pane, that is this square, what is the number, and for the light color, what is the number. So for that, within geom text, I am adding aesthetics label equal to n. N is the count of car and the size that I want is 6. So the size of the label will be of 6 number. So you can see there are 12 cars of 3 gear and 8 cylinders. Similarly, the dark colored ones were 1 cars with 3 cylinder, 4 cylinder, 3 gear and 5 cylinders, 6 cylinder, 5 gears. This is how a heat map is created. What we can do is we can also change the colors. We can scale it in a gradient form. For that, the formula we can add is scale fill gradient. Let's see what will happen. So this was the first that we used, that was scale fill gradient. Then there is other also. If you want scale underscore fill underscore gradient. Then there is one more, that is 2. You can change the fills here. So this is another form of color that you can add. You can add different other colors depending upon the factor also. So this is the basic heat map that is created.